Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, promo codes in the description of every video for fish and food. So I'm always up for trying something new. I got a new product. I think it looks pretty cool. I think you guys might like it. So let's get into it. So here it is. It's called the Fry Factory. You can see there's the motto. And essentially it's an electric egg tumbler. You can see kind of on the side, this is what it shows that it can do. It looks cool, but we'll be the judge of that. We'll see if this thing works. Not everything fancy is always better, in my opinion. So I do like my regular egg tumblers, you know, powered by air stones and such. But this looked cool, so I felt like trying it out. So let's break this thing open and see what it does. So I've got this thing all put together. It really only took me, I don't know, 2 minutes to figure out what I was doing with it. So it does look cool. Got it all plugged in here. The first thing that I noticed that I was happy with, and I'll tell you why. This product is sold worldwide. It's not just like it's not a United States creation or anything. Number one that I liked, it comes with all the adapters for like European outlets or wherever these other ones are from. I'll tell you why that's important to me. My mom bought my wife a hairdryer. She ordered it on Amazon, didn't know it came from London. It took us 6 months to find an electrical adapter for it. So we're already on the plus side here. So the concept, you can put eggs in either net. These nets are a lot larger than your standard egg tumbler is. So again, the concept is you can raise a lot more fry at a time, up to, I've read over 600 at a single time, as opposed to an egg tumbler, you're going to be limited to 60 or 70. So I've got it all rigged up, I got it plugged in, got the water level just right. I went exactly by the instructions to make sure, you know, I wasn't screwing anything up and that this thing would work properly. So now I gotta go catch a female, get some eggs, and we're gonna see how this thing works. Alright, so we are ready to roll. You can see I have 18 eggs in there. Sorry for the glare. They're just hanging out in this net. As I'm sure you can understand, the very first time I use something, I don't want to go completely all in and, you know, put 100 or 200 Tyrannochromis macrostoma eggs in here. I just want to test it out first to make sure it's working. If it works, you better believe I'll load this sucker up next time. These are Mylachromis phyllosticus, my most prevalent eggs, so this is a good group to try this with. Like I said, that's 18 eggs. You could probably put 300 on either side. So you're wondering, there's no bubbling, there's nothing to move the eggs. What's going on here? So the eggs don't necessarily need non-stop movement to thrive. Really what you're looking to do in a common egg tumbler is keep the eggs from sitting in the same position for too long to where they'll develop the equivalent of like a bed sore in a human. You just got to have them move here and there. So the directions say, once I plug this in, that every 50 seconds these nets are going to briefly drop down and pull back up, thus adjusting the positioning of the eggs. And it says I can leave them in here until they're ready to swim out and be in their own tank. So let's plug this thing in and see what it does. So that did adjust the positioning of the eggs, so that's a good sign. I'll be honest, the click kind of scared me at first. I didn't know what it would sound like, but let's get a close-up 50 seconds later. So that's kind of the concept. I'll be honest, I think this is probably going to work because it moved the eggs around enough. I just have to keep the temperature proper and all the other basic stuff you would see with an egg tumbler. So the reason I wanted to try this is I'm kind of annoyed with my common egg tumblers. Not that it's the manufacturer's fault, but the air stones after a while get a bit clogged up. Then there's not enough air movement to move the eggs. So this seemed like something completely different to try. So now all there is to do is wait. So we're going to check in on these guys every couple days, and we're going to follow through the entire life cycle of these eggs to see if the Fry Factory, this electric egg tumbler, is going to do what it says it can. Back with the Fry Factory after 4 days. You can see it's still shifting the eggs around. I did split the eggs up a bit just so I could kind of have some in each net and use both of them. Thought it'd be fun. So as you can see, if you can see through the glare, starting to get some heads and tails forming. And happy to say that so far, no losses. Everyone's growing well. Did not have any eggs turn moldy or white. These guys are in their own little 20-gallon here. No other fish in the tank because I don't want the other fish to nip up through the bottom of the net. And that is one of the recommendations in the instruction manual that comes with the Fry Factory. So we'll check back in when these fish are almost free swimming and get kind of a final review on this, a final wrap up. So it's been a little bit over a week since we've checked in on the first time use of the Fry Factory. You can see what last time were just eggs are now free swimming fish. And I'm actually getting ready to put them into the tank that they're in right now. So again, the concept is every 50 seconds, which should be coming up shortly, this thing is going to dip down in the water and jump right back up like such, and thus keeping any eggs from being in the same spot for too long, getting any type of mold by not moving around. So it's a simulation of the mother's mouth, no different than an egg tumbler is going to be. So you may wonder what's the benefit of it, because it is a little bit more expensive than the standard egg tumbler. Granted, with an egg tumbler, you have to get the tumbler as well as the air pump that goes with it. No air pump is required with this one, but it is a little bit more money. I will certainly put a link in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out, and if you want to try it, certainly go for it. So the benefit of this, if you're just a small-time breeder, maybe breeding one type of fish just for fun here and there, this may not be for you. Like I said, it's a bit more expensive. But the value, in my opinion, comes to people like me or heavier breeders. I have many different types of fish that I breed, and these haps, as they get larger, they have very, very large groups of eggs. And this could accommodate, I think I've read that it's held up to 600 at a time before, with multiple nets, each holding several hundred. So you could hold many more types of fish in here. You could hold, a couple hundred of, say, a venustus on this side. You could hold a couple hundred of a tyrannochromis on this side, and there's no way they're really going to get at each other. And you could produce fry at a much higher clip than you could with a regular egg tumbler, in my opinion. So I think that's where your benefit may lie if this is something you're interested in trying out. So now it's going to be simple enough. Just release these guys right into this tank. Take the net off, and if they'll get out, off they go. One more. Well, thanks for watching, guys. It's something a little bit different for me. I don't do a lot of product type stuff, but this really looked interesting to me. I'd never used anything like it before, or really seen anyone else really use it. I do think this will benefit people in my position, the medium to larger breeders, people that are trying to produce fry, as a high clip as they possibly can. I didn't lose any fry doing this. I didn't lose any eggs at all, so that was certainly a success. So I think people like that are in my position would really get a lot of benefit out of a product like this. Like I said, a little bit more money off the top, but if you consider even with your egg tumblers being $15, you still have to get an air pump and tubing and stuff with it. Where this, it's just one piece of equipment that you need, and that's about it. I will leave a link to the product in the description of this video. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think you would try out something like this? Or are you pretty happy with your egg tumblers? Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.